Hey everyone, welcome to In the Beyond, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're back with another timeless pick a card reading, and I'm going to be channeling a message around what is your soul's destiny. So what was your soul's intention before incarnating here? What things did you set out to experience? What things did your soul really want to be a part of your destiny? So I'm really excited for this reading, and I'm excited to see what comes out. We have 4 piles to choose from today. For pile number 1, we have the Rosemary card, and we also have this blue apatite crystal. For pile number 2, we have burdock with this fire quartz or hematite quartz. For pile number 3, we have the time card, and we also have this Larimar crystal. And for pile number 4, we have the Willow card with the red jasper crystal. And it's funny, I picked the crystals before the cards today. So yeah, let's just tune into our intuition, take some time to meditate, take some deep breaths, see where your intuition is leading you, see which crystal or which card is really calling out to you. And that is going to be the pile that has a message for you today around your soul's destiny. So yeah, please take a minute, pause. You will see all the timestamps in the description box. And yeah, let's get into this reading. Let's see what's in the cards, and let's go in the beyond. Hey pile 1, if you guys were drawn to the Rosemary card as well as the blue apatite crystal, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message we have today around what your soul intended your destiny to be. What is your soul's destiny? So it's really interesting. Right away with the card and the crystal, I'm getting some messages right away. Blue apatite is definitely a crystal known to be associated with the throat chakra and communication. Rosemary is definitely a plant associated with communication. Rosemary has blue flowers as well, so there is that kind of resonance with the blue. Again, speaking about the throat chakra. And rosemary also speaks about memory, memories of the past. This card is associated with an elder who has a lot of wisdom and advice. So I'm getting a message around your soul's destiny really has to do with communication. You might have a destiny to be some kind of speaker, some kind of writer, some kind of communicator. You might be somebody who part of your destiny is to communicate between the realms and the dimensions here. So you might have deep communications with ancestors, passed on loved ones, passed on animals. You might have strong animal spirit guides. You might be able to communicate with different types of beings and across different realms. So let's pull some more tarot cards here, and then we will be pulling oracle cards as well. But yeah, I just want to get some more messages here around your soul's destiny. What did your soul intend for you to experience in this lifetime? What intentions did you set before you incarnated here? What did your soul have in store for you regarding your destiny? Ooh, we have the High Priestess with mugwort. Mugwort is a plant, an herb, really associated with dreaming, lucid dreams, seeing beyond the veil, seeing into different dimensions and into different worlds. So this is just such a beautiful message of an alignment with communication. Blue, you you might be very drawn to the color blue. You might like to wear a lot of blue. You might be drawn to blue stones, blue crystals. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, you like to surround yourself with a lot of blue, perhaps in your home or perhaps, you know, in your style. You know, with the High Priestess card, I am getting an energy very associated with lapis lazuli. That is a stone of really being connected to the third eye, and it has an energy of like royalty. It has an energy of higher realms, higher dimensions. So pile one, you guys, you're very connected to higher dimensions, higher realms. You're very connected to, I feel like, your higher self and seeing beyond the veil, seeing beyond these dimensions, seeing beyond these limitations that when we come here we are constricted by. You guys really have piercing vision. You might be very clairvoyant. It might be part of your destiny to open clairvoyant abilities, to open these clairaudient abilities as well. Part of your destiny is aligned with psychic abilities and seeing things that other people probably cannot perceive. Ooh, we have the Empress card with Rose. That's a beautiful energy. Wow, we have the Lovers with Hawthorn. And we have, oh my goodness, we have Catnip with the Daughter of Air. Okay, so this is beautiful energy again coming out. This is really saying your destiny has to do with like communication from a very heart-based realm, a heart-based space. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are have purposes and missions that align with working with the divine feminine or giving the divine feminine energy a voice. And that doesn't, you know, have to do with gender. That just has to do with the energies of divine masculine, divine feminine, which can also be thought of in terms of yin and yang energy. It's just kind of speaking about the duality here in this realm, how things contain polar opposites. So it's just talking about energies and different forms of energies and different forms with engaging in energy. So divine feminine stuff would be very heart-based thinking and communicating. It might be communicating about dreams. It might be communicating about poetry, art, beauty. You guys, I think, could be artists. You could be communicators of the divine feminine aspects here on the earth right now. Yeah, and I am getting this message that a lot of you are really connected to animals. Maybe you have pets that were really important to you, who were almost like guides in a way, or perhaps you have like a really strong connection to an animal spirit guide. We have this beautiful cat here in the catnip, and I just feel like there's like a loving presence of an animal that really has to do with your soul, like very much of a soul connection with animals for you guys. So for some of you, you might be activists for animals, you might be activists for endangered species, you might be activists for, you know, environmental issues, things around protecting the ones who maybe don't have a voice, like, you know, the Lorax Dr. Seuss story. You know, the trees can't speak for themselves. So maybe part of your destiny, part of what you intended to do in this lifetime was to speak for beings who don't, you know, speak the language that we speak here. You know, they speak in other ways, but they communicate. The trees communicate, the animals communicate in their own way. And perhaps part of your destiny was, you know, intending to speak for those who maybe don't have a voice in the same way. But yeah, just a lot of energy around sharing stories, sharing wisdom, speaking truth, speaking up for those who maybe can't defend themselves, things like that. And like, you guys are very heart-based people, because we have the Empress card and the Lovers card. We have Rose and Hawthorn, and Rose and Hawthorn are actually related. Those two plants are in the same plant family. There is lots of similarities between the plants. They both have thorns for protection. So hawthorn is a tree, and hawthorn has these big, long, straight thorns. If you've ever seen a hawthorn tree, they're very recognizable. Hawthorn trees are kind of like craggly and like otherworldly looking. You could do an internet search to see if you connect with that tree, if you've seen it before. But the hawthorn tree is known to be very connected to the other world, the world of passed on loved ones, the world beyond the veil, the world of the fairies, the fae, that kind of energy. There's a lot of stories and mythology around the hawthorn tree, especially from, I believe it's more of the Celtic traditions and those traditions of Europe, because I believe that's where hawthorn is native to. But yeah, these two plants are related. They have similar leaf shapes. They have these similar blooms. I believe they're 5-petaled blooms. The hawthorn has a different fragrance than rose. The hawthorn kind of has this fragrance of decaying matter, actually, and that's why it's associated with the afterlife and the other world. And both of these plants, they have red berries. The rose has the rose hips, which is depicted right here, and the hawthorn has the hawthorn berry, which is like a red berry, and they both have a lot of medicinal benefits, especially medicinal benefits related to the heart. So I'm getting the energy that you guys are very heart-centered people. It's very important for you to listen to your heart, to follow your heart. Your heart is definitely a compass here. You might be picking up on things through your heart that are related to your past life. Perhaps you're carrying a mission from your past life into this life. And I am getting the energy that you guys are definitely destined to be some kind of storyteller, some kind of communicator, some kind of person who is sharing wisdom, sharing stories, sharing laughter, sharing intellectual wisdom in a heart-based way. You might have a connection to children as well. Some of you in this group might be teachers, teaching young children, teaching at, any age. You could teach adults, you could teach high schoolers, but you might just have this affinity and this connection for teaching children, maybe writing for children. Getting a lot of writer energy in this group. Let's pull some oracle cards too. I'd love to see what else is gonna come out in these oracles. Pile 1, message for my pile 1 around their soul's destiny. What did their soul really want them to experience? What did their soul intend their destiny to be? Yeah, let's get a few oracle decks here for you guys. Message for my pile 1 around soul's destiny. Yeah, maybe you have like a destiny to teach children about the more spiritual aspects, the things that are really connected to your psychic abilities. Like maybe you're destined to teach people about dreaming, how to lucid dream, teach children that dreams are important, teach children about stones or crystals or angels or fairies. Like that energy is coming out a little bit as I'm shuffling here. Any last message for my pile 1 regarding their soul's destiny? So this, I hope, is going to be really fun. We have Plantkin, Sensitivity, Shapeshifter, Perspective, and we have the Medicine Wheel with Cycle. Ooh, this is beautiful. Okay, so right away with the Perspective card, with the Shapeshifter card, I'm getting that same energy again, that you guys are really surrounded and protected by an animal spirit. For some of you, I think you know right away what animal this is. I think you have a strong, a profound, and a deep connection with an animal spirit guide. For others of you, this might be like your loving pet. You might have a pet who maybe has incarnated more than once, like maybe your childhood pet, you've seen them again as an adult in like another animal. That could just be a message for a few of you because that's kind of specific, but there's just a strong energy of like being very connected to an animal guide, animal in life. You might work with animals, you might work with the environment. All that energy is coming out in these cards. We have the plant kin, again, sensitivity. So this is saying you definitely have part of your destiny is definitely related to being very much an empath, being somebody who picks up on subtle senses, subtle energetics, being able to speak the language of plants and animals, being able to speak the language of the beings who, you know, aren't human, essentially. Like, you might speak and whisper to stones, crystals. You might speak to the plants. You might speak to the trees, the flowers. You might hear messages in the winds. You might hear messages from the birds that come by and visit you, the butterflies, the bees. You guys are very connected to nature. You're very connected to communication as well. Again, that's all coming out so strongly here. The lavender is really representing that blue energy, that blue-purple energy of the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. Those chakras are going to be very powerful and active for you guys, pile one. So always remember to try to balance that energy out with grounding activities, because you might be somebody who is really living life, you know, in those higher energy frequencies, like in those higher spaces of energy, and you might feel like you need to do more grounding activities to keep your energy balanced and in line, like, you know, just doing some dancing, some drumming, some walking could really help you ground your energies and go deeper into your psychic abilities. That's just a message that wanted to come out. Again, with medicine wheel, we have this beautiful depiction of the seasonal cycle here of the sun and, you know, the solstices and the equinoxes. So just right away, this card is speaking about, like, again, your connection to the elements, the four elements, the wheel of life, to nature, the animals and the plants. You guys really have like a lot of talent and ability to speak and communicate. I know I've been saying that a lot, but like your soul just really wants you to know that because it's part of your destiny, and it's going to be different for all of you guys how that is going to unfold uniquely and individually in your own life. But you guys are meant to be those storytellers, the wisdom keepers. You're meant to have the seasonal stories of your life and you know, share them with the young people as you grow older. You have a lot of wisdom to share with the youth and the young. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. The energies just get intense sometimes. But yeah, let's see what other oracles you have. You have the frog spirit stepping into your power. Don't take a back seat in your story. It is time to step up. Yeah, so maybe you guys felt like you haven't been fully embodied or empowered, like using your clairvoyant abilities, your clairaudient abilities. Maybe you've shied away from this communication talent and skill that you have. Maybe you've been somebody who's always kind of hidden in the background when you should be kind of front and center stage, speaking and sharing and being very visible. Again, we do have that word story coming up again. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you really are supposed to be writers, if you are supposed to be like a mentor to a group of people or some kind of teacher to other people, like writing a book about your spiritual journey, spiritual practice, and then that book kind of launches you into a career of having like a community where you share your wisdom. Like, that's an example that's coming out. We also have Panther here, protection. Consider who you allow to take your energy and who you give away to freely. Yeah, I love that Panther is coming out. This is what Rose and Hawthorn were wanting to speak about when I was speaking about both of those plants have those thorns. Both of those plants are heart-centered plants, and they both have thorns to protect themselves. You know, the rose flower is such a beautiful flower. It needs those thorns so those flowers don't get destroyed by animals or humans or other energy. Like, the thorns protect those beautiful flowers. So this is a reminder that it's good to have boundaries and it's necessary to have protections around our hearts, our vulnerable heart space, because those protections will keep you guys from engaging with the wrong types of energy or people. So just kind of keep that in mind, kind of think about and meditate on your boundaries and meditate on, you know, do I need to start engaging with some stronger boundaries or practices around my heart space, my heart chakra? You know, how do I feel? Is my heart too open? Am I too much of an empath? Am I picking up too much? Do I need to allow some boundaries to come in so I can feel protected and safe, and so I can explore what's in my own heart, and so I can explore what I need to be communicating and sharing? We also have the penguin here with diamond light activation. Light activations and new energies are coming your way. Be open to receive and welcome them in. Yeah, I love this card. This card is kind of speaking about how you are really connected to those higher chakras. Those higher realms really want to give you a lot of divine activations, divine inspirations. You might have a lot of creative energy coming in, energy around, you know, ideas for paintings, ideas for spiritual projects, rituals that you want to create, ideas around poetry or music or dances that you want to bring in. So just, yeah, keep yourself open to new energy coming in from the higher realms, from the divine light. Be very open to receive and welcome that in because it wants to come in. And always remember to have discernment and use the protections that you feel are really calling you throughout your life. And yeah, just like meditate on boundaries and know that you guys are really meant to be communicators here and to really open your throat chakra. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile 1. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated with you. I always love to read the comments. I love doing these readings. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in one of my next readings. Hey, pile 2, if you guys were drawn to the fire quartz as well as the burdock root, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message we have for you today around your soul's destiny. What did your soul intend for you to experience before you incarnated? So right away with the burdock root, I'm getting a message around depths. The roots, they go very deep. There's this message that you wanted to experience deep things or things connected to perhaps the lower world, so to speak, like really ancient practices, really ancient knowledge, things of that nature. And then we also have the depictions of runes, and I feel like this is speaking about divination here. So your soul might have intended to learn really ancient things, be very connected to deep things from the past, ancient wisdom, ancient magic. I'm getting ancestors as well. So let's pull more tarot cards to go deeper, and then we will pull oracle cards as well. So pile 2. What did my pile 2? What is pile 2's destiny? What is their soul's destiny? What did their soul intend to experience before they incarnated? Yeah, I'm hearing ancient magic. You might have strong ties to your ancestors, to your ancestral magical practices, ancient medicine even. But let's see. Ooh, we have strength with garlic. Ooh, I love that card. So vibrant. We also have, ooh, the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Fire with black cohosh. Ooh, we have the 9 of Earth here with apple. Very interesting energies. Wow, we have white sage with the 5 of Air, 5 of Swords. And we have the catnip card with the Daughter of Air. Ooh, this is really interesting. Lots of red and green coming out in your cards. Look at all these beautiful reds and greens. So the 5 of Fire and the 5 of Swords, they kind of speak about conflict and kind of experiencing obstacles and hardships, things like that. I'm gonna pull a few other cards as well. I think the message that's coming out is speaking about ancestors, speaking about your soul might have wanted to incarnate in your ancestral line here now to work through intergenerational trauma and work through things of that nature. I'm just gonna pull a few more cards to see if there's kind of like a bridging message that wants to come out. Pile 2, what is pile 2's? What is their soul's destiny? Pile 2. Okay, yeah, you guys, lots and lots of cards have come out. I feel like lots of things want to be said. Okay, so we have the Seed of Thunder. Yes, exactly. This card is ancestors for me. So the ancestors are here and really, really speaking. Yeah, okay, so I was on the right path with the message that I was picking up, and they are giving us a few more messages here. Major energy shifts. You guys have come in to be alchemists in your line, in your bloodline. You are meant to be the magicians that come in and break a spell and break a cycle in your family line. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have come into families who had really rich ancestral traditions and practices, and perhaps they've been forgotten for a few hundred years because of things like colonialism, because of things like religion, like missionaries coming into your people, and you know, maybe even some of your people's practices were outlawed. That's something that a lot of people have had to endure at this time on Earth, especially in the past few hundred years. Ancient practices and ancient forms of magic and medicine had been looked down upon, especially by, you know, things like organized religion. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have a very rich cultural heritage that you have incarnated into, or you don't even have to know about what your heritage is. I feel like you're just very connected to the ancient ways of making magic, the ancient ways of using divination to read energies and to heal energies. You guys are really destined to experience a life of some kind of ancient magic, ancient rituals, using ancient medicine. For some of you, you might resonate with alchemy. You might resonate with learning the hermetic truths and principles and understanding alchemy to really change and transform your life and your energy. This whole pile, you guys, without even knowing it, you are magicians and you are alchemists. You have come here to transform the deep, deep patterns, negative energies that are in your generational line. So for some of you, I'm picking up, this could be around scarcity. This could be around a belief that's been in your line and held around scarcity and around financial abundance, material abundance, thinking that there's not enough abundance to go around and you have to work really hard to get a little bit of abundance, that kind of energy. The energy of apple is really beautiful here because apple has this like very magic quality to it. Apples, they come up a lot in a lot of mythology, being associated with magic. And I think you guys are really associated with magic and being somebody who can break a spell. You have a lot of strength. You have a lot of inner strength. You are very connected to your ancestors. This Lovers card in this specific deck, these two butterflies, to me, this card always speaks about the ancestors, and the ancestors are here with you, and they are whispering that you are the magic. You are the energy that's going to break a spell. You have like the unique ability, like you're almost like the chosen one, somebody who is going to do something different in your family line, do something to change the future, do something that has ripple effects on the past and the future to really transform, alchemize, and change the energy that's been around this or your particular family and bloodline energy. All those greens and reds are really speaking about like magic, earth magic, speaking about ancestors, and speaking about the depths of earth and the depths of your knowledge. You guys are really meant to go deep, deep here, deep underground, deep into the past, changing deep intergenerational thinking, subconscious patterning, subconscious programming. You guys are really meant to go deep here. You're really meant to see and to bring the future into a new realm. Bring the future into a new paradigm. A paradigm shift is what your soul really wanted you to initiate here. So you could be somebody who maybe you don't even know your birth family, but maybe you just are here to shift a paradigm in thinking. And that shift in your thinking and your own life is going to have ripple effects out for other people here on earth. As you heal, you're definitely shifting and helping other people heal as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are meant to be healers in some way. Some of you could be here to work in mental health healing. Some of you could be here to work in really ancient healing and ancient magic. You might have a strong connection to ancient herbalism, or even like divination. You might have a very keen eye and sense for divination. You might be somebody who wants to use, it could be any healing modality. It could be like you have a love for medicine, but you never wanted to be a doctor. Maybe you wanted to be an acupuncturist, or you wanted to be like a massage therapist, or you wanted to do Reiki. There's just this energy around being a healer and being a healer and magician, and being like a medicine maker as well. And yeah, if you're not connected to ancestors, it might be a good time for you to explore ancestor work and explore maybe your own line, or maybe like the part of the world that your ancestors are from, because the ancestors are here coming out in this reading, really speaking about your strength and your ability to change this paradigm, to have these profound shifts in consciousness and thinking, and you're really needed, and really your soul's destiny is like really, really potent and important, and really needed right now profoundly on the planet Earth. Let's get a few oracle cards for you guys as well. My pile 2, what is pile 2's soul's destiny here? What did pile 2 intend to experience in this incarnation? maybe another oracle card or two for my pile 2. What is pile 2's soul's destiny? What is their soul's destiny? Whoa. So many cards have wanted to come out for you guys. I feel like your ancestors or like your guides, the energies around you like have so much to say and so much to communicate. So if you don't do divination, it might be a really good time for you guys to like try a divination practice, try something that you feel called to work with. Like maybe you've always been interested in runes, or you've always been interested in tea leaves or the tarot, and you know your ancestors are kind of like nudging you in the direction of trying a divination practice, or trying to communicate to them in some way, like maybe creating an altar to them. They want you to open up a line of communication. It's really potent for your experience to work with ancestors. And working with ancestors, it can just be, you know, working with, you know, the ancestors, the people in your lineage, but it can also like, it can be greater than that. It can really open up into a practice that you start to see ancestors as, you know, all the living beings on the earth, everything that came here before us, whether it's the elements, whether it's, you know, the trees, the rocks, the water, the air, whether it's just earth energy. Really just explore those concepts, maybe explore ancestors, explore what's really drawing you in. Go where you're attracted, and I think you guys will uncover a lot. You might have animals that want to work with you. You might have like different guides that want to work with you. You might have the earth that wants to work with you. You might be somebody who's really connected to plant medicine, and it's important for you to open up a dialogue with the plants, or, you know, whatever it is for you individually. But yeah, that was just a message that came through. And then we have the tree people coming through with sustenance, which is kind of saying what I was just saying. I think the ancestors want to work with you, especially like nature, because to me, nature beings are ancestors. You know, the trees that came here before us. We have, we're very connected to everything here on planet Earth. The animals really want to work with you. I think you guys are really being called to like a nature-based spiritual practice here, something that's very ancient, and, you know, something that your ancestors were connected to, having a nature-based spiritual approach. So yeah, the tree people, sustenance. I think like the earth energies really want to work with you as well. Like we have the burdock root going really deep into the depths of earth. The tree roots really go deep as well. Yeah, and I feel like the trees are definitely elders. There's lots of medicine in the trees. You might be really called to be going down a plant path right now, an herbalist path, a path of like making medicine from tree bark, from roots. Oh my goodness. And then we have sea creatures with immersion. Yeah, you guys, earth and water, trees, oceans, the natural world is calling you. I feel like you know this already, but I think the natural world and the ancestors are really calling you, and like you're really being called to a nature-based spiritual practice. Take that as it resonates for you. It will be different for everyone. You might be really connected to the land that you live on, and that's like the basis for your land-based spiritual practice. You might be really connected to specific animals, specific you know, species and ecosystems and habitats. Just follow what is calling you. It's going to be different for everyone, so I don't want to get too specific, but like, yeah, nature and the ancestors are just calling you guys. You're really being called to go deep here and connect to nature. We also have Flamingo, Unity Heart. You're being called to work on collective healing. Yes, exactly, pile 2. And we have Strength coming out again with the Hair card. Take time to make clear decisions, bring awareness and light to the situation. So with the word strength coming out twice in your reading, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you had a lot of obstacles in your life and you needed a lot of inner strength. Maybe you've experienced a lot of trauma. Maybe you have experienced intergenerational trauma in some way. Maybe you've experienced a lot of hardships, setbacks, disappointments, loss, grief, things that you didn't understand why you were experiencing them. And I think it has to do with you learning how to alchemize and transform energy, you learning how to transform and alchemize and have a healing journey on your own, so you could then work to help to heal others. And your healing is really helping to heal the collective. So the collective of humanity, the collective of Earth, everything here in general. This pile, you guys have like major energy around alchemy, transformation, and healer vibes and energy. I feel like so many cards came out in this reading. I don't think I've ever done a reading with this many cards, and that is just letting me know like the spirit world has a lot to say to you. So it's time to open up your ears and really hear what spirit is saying, what the ancestors are saying, what the earth is saying. It's time to be somebody who can listen to the earth, listen to the plants, the trees, the animals, really hear those messages, because it's going to help you on your path, and it's going to help you discover more about what you're meant to do here. But yeah, you guys are really meant to be healers as well. That's part of your soul's destiny, to be a healer and to alchemize and transform energy and to really help the collective heal as well. What a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know how this has resonated with you. I always love to read the comments. I love doing these readings. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in one of my next readings. Hey pile 3, if you guys were drawn to the Larimar crystal as well as the time card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message we have for you today around your soul's destiny. So I'm getting some messages coming in right away. I think your soul wanted to experience and have it destined for you guys to really engage with artistic expression. I'm getting a need. You guys have a need to express your emotions in an artistic, creative way. So for some of you, you might resonate with being painters, artists, illustrators. For others of you, you might really resonate with like the energy of like sports, dance, some kind of exercise as like artistic expression and creation. There's this need of balancing fire and water for you guys, a need to balance emotions with creativity and expression. So you might be musicians, songwriters, singers. That kind of energy is really coming out with this first card and the Larimar crystal. So Larimar is this beautiful crystal that looks like the pattern of the ocean of water, and it's actually created by volcanic activity. So there's this real energy of like the fire and water wanting to be balanced in your life. Let's pull some tarot and then some oracle cards to go deeper here though. What is my pile 3's? What is their soul's destiny? What did their soul really intend for them to experience before they incarnated here? What is their soul's destiny? Pile 3. Message for my pile 3 around their soul's destiny. Beautiful energy coming from the bottom of the deck already. At the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Osotilo plant with this beautiful cactus with these red blooms. Again, that fiery energy coming through from those blooms. It almost reminds me of like a paintbrush. These beautiful red blooms at the top of the cacti, and then we have the beautiful river and the tea being made with those blooms. So like there is this like alchemization and balancing effect that your soul wanted to experience that has to do with balancing the elements fire and water, which are opposites of each other. So there's a lot of energy for alchemization there. When you bring two opposites together, it creates something really powerful. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Ooh, we have the 4 of mint with water. Yes, that's exactly what I was picking up. Oh, we have the rosemary card coming out again. So you might have been also drawn to pile number 1, because pile number 1 had a similar energy around a need for communication and expression. A little bit different though, but you might have been drawn to that card. Ooh, we have the canvas card with justice. We have the ace of water with plantain. Oh, we have the daughter of water with chamomile. Wow, such beautiful energy coming through. And I feel called to pull a few cards from this other tarot deck we have here. Pile 3. What is pile 3's soul's destiny? Pile 3, what is their soul's destiny? What did they want to experience? Pile 3. Yeah, I think you guys really want to explore creativity. 5 of stones has come out. Yeah, 9 of stones. Beautiful. And then we also have, ooh, the star and the magician. Yeah. So you guys, I think you totally wanted to experience so much is coming out. Okay. There's a huge message around balance coming out, obviously. A balance, balancing two opposites, balancing and harmonizing different energies here in your lifetime. So you might have a theme in your life of experiencing a lot of heartbreak. The 4 of water, mint. This card speaks about a lot of grief, a lot of emotional setbacks. There might be a heaviness in your heart. It might even be coming from past lives as well. You might have just always had this like feeling or longing for something in the past, a feeling or a longing for a sense of home, a sense of comfort. There's something from your childhood might have been missing. It might have left you with like this emotional hole, or like some kind of energy around having like heavy, dense emotions. Maybe you experienced grief at a really young age. Maybe you experienced a lot of hardships or obstacles at a young age, leaving you kind of vulnerable to experience a heavy, dense energy around your heart space. And these heavy emotional experiences are fuel. They are fuel to your artistic expression and to your creativity. I think it's really important for you guys to express your emotions through song, dance, art, music, singing. Justice is here to speak about a real need and a real balance of something in your life. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have Aries moon, or moon, like your moon placement being in a fire sign. You might have like other energies in your chart, like a lot of water and fire placements. But yeah, I'm picking up the energy of Aries moon specifically. That is speaking about a real emotional need to express your emotions in a creative way, in an athletic way or artistic way. You guys have this really deep need to speak about things and express things. Your soul really wanted you to experience a lot of self-expression. So you might be a writer, and it's really important for you to write your thoughts, your feelings. You might just have a personal journal practice that's really important to you as well. There's just this really deep need to express yourself and have a really good practice around your self-expression. You might have some blockages in your throat chakra, or you might feel like you've always been kind of blocked in your throat chakra. And you know, blue crystals and Larimar and connecting with the throat chakra, doing some throat chakra meditations, placing some blue stones on your throat chakra is a great way for you to start to engage with that energy. maybe bring some more energy to your throat chakra, have kind of a throat chakra opening and awakening. I think that's also part of your destiny here in this lifetime. And yeah, I think this energy of like blue is coming out really strongly too. I think there's a need to balance emotions as well. If you don't resonate with artistic expression, like the message is speaking about, it's really part of your destiny to figure out how to engage with and balance your emotional nature. So maybe you've just always experienced really hard emotional circumstances and situations, making you have a lot of like heavy, dense emotional energy. And you know, part of your destiny was to experience that, and part of your destiny is to alchemize that and bring balance to your emotional body and to your emotional world here. We have the Magician and the Star card coming out, which is so beautiful in this reading. This really speaks about you alchemizing, changing, being the magician in your own life, using your knowledge and tools to change the energy around you. We have the Star card really speaking about destiny and stepping onto your own path and, you know, stepping into your destined path. The Ace of Water with Plantain is really speaking to me about healing and emotional healing. So no matter what, Pile 3, part of your soul's destiny is to experience emotional healing, to experience the calm waters, to experience, you know, a peaceful, calm, harmonious life. And that might be a struggle for you. That could have been a struggle since childhood. And, you know, for some reason, you were destined to experience that. And I am getting that message around, if you've ever read that poem by Maya Angelou called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, I feel like that is kind of the energy that's coming out in this reading. It's like the caged bird, you know, sings because they can't fly, they can't feel that emotional freedom of flying, so they sing, they express themselves through song. And I feel like that's kind of what's coming out in this reading, is like this energy of like having a lot of emotional energy pent up and needing to let it out some way, needing to express it in some way. So yeah, so some of you guys could really be writers, writing short stories, writing novels, writing poetry, writing songs. Some of you guys might play an instrument with a lot of beauty and passion. You might have a beautiful singing voice. You might be a cook in the kitchen and express yourself through cooking or herbalism or making potions, making some kind of vibrational medicine. Maybe you've been making elixirs of some kind, flower essences. You know, you could engage with any artistic practice. You know, maybe you put your emotions into like your craft. Maybe you have like a craft where you're making something in the wood shop, or you're doing some kind of jewelry making or metalworking. You could just be like an artist and love to draw. Like, creativity can mean so many different things to so many different people. You know, you could just have a sense of really good sense of style and fashion, and that's where you let your creativity soar. You might be somebody who has a knack for interior design, and you know, you really play with color and fabric and texture well, and you let your creativity and your emotions out in that kind of way. You might be a landscape designer, a gardener. Like, creativity can be so many different things, and I feel like we have such a range here of creative people, and I think it's just important for you guys to be aware of the fact that you really need some kind of self-expression, some kind of creative outlet to let your emotional world be heard and be seen and be expressed. Let's pull a few oracle cards for you as well. What did my pile 3 intend to experience before they incarnated? What is my pile 3's soul's destiny? Pile 3. What is their destiny? Yeah, I'm getting a message around healing again. Like, Definitely healing your emotional world, your emotional body is so important for you guys in this incarnation. Pile 3, messages from my pile 3, please. What did they want to experience before they incarnated? Pile 3. Any last messages here for my pile 3? Okay, so to start out, ooh, we have the Vision Quest with Seek. Yeah, I feel like this is talking about if you don't have a creative practice, it's really important for you guys to seek one out. Go to what is interesting you. Maybe a class, maybe an art class has caught your eye. Maybe a class on some kind of craft or making has really caught your eye and you're being called to explore that. There's some kind of energy around artistic expression, creative expression, some kind of music or dance or movement, yoga. There's something calling you. It could be anything, like any type of movement, any type of creativity. You know, think outside the box here. Just follow your heart and follow what is interesting you, because you guys have like this destiny to like find something that you're really passionate about, like a hobby that you're super passionate about, and that brings you a lot of freedom and lets you feel light and free. I feel like a lot of you probably feel kind of heavier and dense if you haven't found your practice, and you guys really need this practice to come into your life to let you feel free again, to let you feel like a bird soaring and flying free, to do whatever you want, to go wherever you want. Yeah, you guys are just meant to really seek. So go on like a journey of exploration and, you know, just kind of set an intention to find this creative practice or whatever it is for you. Movement practice, anything. Community is coming in with the 4-legged endurance card. So yeah, you guys might have also felt like you didn't have a lot of support in your emotional life, like you didn't have a strong family giving you emotional support, or you didn't have a strong group of friends to give you emotional support. And this is also saying seek out people in your soul tribe, seek out people that you resonate with, that you connect with. You are destined to experience emotional stability and comfort and support from others. You are destined to be like a wolf with a pack. Really interesting messages here, and I love how these two cards, again, they're showing, especially this card, it's showing like the energy of fire and water. So like I think you guys needed a lot of endurance, so you have like that warrior heart, you have like that fire to keep you going, and I think that fire has kept you going throughout your life, helped you get past some obstacles, help you get through some challenging times, and you now are being called to kind of temper your emotional body as well. So I think you have a lot of strong fire, and you also have a lot of strong emotions, and it's time to like really get in balance with those two energies. Maybe you felt swayed a lot by those two energies in your life, like maybe you've felt sway from your emotions, having really strong emotional ups and downs, or just having really strong passions and having strong like fiery energy, getting a lot of anger, ups and downs with anger, frustration, that kind of stuff. That might be something in your life that you're working on. And these two cards are really speaking about that, speaking about how it's time for you to seek out something that you do for yourself, something that brings you a lot of joy and freedom. And it's time to seek out community and having strong support. Ooh, we also have the Penguin with Diamond Light Activation. Light activations and new energies are coming your way. Be open to receive and welcome them in. So this is beautiful. This is saying these energies want to come into your life. This is a clear message that your soul tribe, your soul family, your support system, you are destined to experience good, solid emotional support, and you are destined to experience some kind of beautiful creative practice, some kind of energy or movement that brings you freedom. So be open to receive these energies and be open and kind of like look for them a little bit in your life as well. Seek out people and seek out a practice. So beautiful. Ooh, we have the sea turtle coming out again. Oh my goodness. Make conscious choices. Conservation. The sea turtle has come out twice in your reading. That is so beautiful. You might have... Oh my goodness. It just clicked for me. The sea turtle is coming out for you guys. You might have an affinity for turtles or, you know, a strong connection to the water, but the turtle is coming out for a few different reasons. Turtle represents, you know, being able to live on land and water, balancing those energies, those opposites in your life. So whatever the opposites are for you, turtle is here to speak about how to bring beautiful balance to those two opposites. It could be, you know, like we were talking about, having a lot of fire and passion. Maybe you've experienced a lot of anger and rage, and, you know, turtle is talking about we need to balance out that fire with soothing water. So some kind of practice that is linked to soothing your emotional body. So beautiful, the energy of turtle coming out and really saying this. Turtle also wants to speak about time and speaking about how your life is kind of meant to be something that unfolds within divine timing. You might be somebody who is meant to live a long life and to kind of learn things through time, understand things as time passes, go through different cycles and phases of your life in timely manner. Like maybe when you were young, you intended to experience some emotional difficulty. Maybe when you were older, you intended to understand what that emotional challenge was leading you towards and understand and search for new things to help you find freedom and healing. So yeah, this has been such a beautiful reading. Really follow your heart and follow what is attracting you. Maybe you've been having an intuition or a nudging to try something new or to go to some kind of new gathering or class or meeting of some kind, meeting with like-minded people. Maybe you've been being nudged to try therapy, to try different ways to help balance your emotions. Maybe you've been being called to try a new exercise practice or a new spiritual practice. Follow your heart. Be a seeker right now. Seek these things out. Explore what you're being called to, and yeah, maintain a strong practice of self-expression. Creative self-expression is what you guys are really destined to experience here. What a beautiful and intricate reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know how this is resonating with you. I always love to read the comments. I love doing these readings, and I really hope to see you guys in one of my next readings. Hey pile 4, if you guys were drawn to the red jasper as well as the 4 of earth card with the willow plant, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your soul's destiny is. What did your soul intend for you guys to experience before you incarnated here? So as I'm tapping into this energy of the red jasper and the willow, I am getting like a strong earth energy. I'm getting an energy of like a slow and steady pace, going at life in a slow and steady way. Let's pull some more tarot and then oracle cards as well, though, to like go deeper here and to see what is really being said here. Pile 4, messages for my pile 4, please. What is pile 4's soul's destiny? What is my pile 4's soul's destiny here? Pile 4, what is their soul's destiny? I'm getting a message around being connected to the past, and I'm getting a message about dreams as well. You might have really profound dreams. Let's see what we have here. getting an energy around family, strong family ties, ancestors, something about the past. Let's see what's coming out though. Oh, we have the Justice card with cannabis coming out. The Three of Swords or air with echinacea. We have the Healer of Water with seaweed, yes. Ooh, the Two of Air with chicory. Ooh, the Ace of Air with yarrow. And the Two of Earth with witch hazel. Ooh. Alright, let's pull a few from this deck as well. I've been doing that in the piles. Messages for my pile 4, please. What is pile 4's soul's destiny? What did pile 4's soul intend for them to experience before they incarnated? Pile 4. Yeah, I feel like a lot of cards have been coming out today. Beautiful. We have Judgment with the snake. We have the Five of Wands here. Ooh, we have the Seed of Stones. We have the Nine of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of all kind of like leading to the same and similar energy here. So you really, okay. Your soul has wanted you guys to experience being the elder energy. Being kind of like the healer of water with seaweed, as well as the Hierophant energy. Being somebody who has learned a lot, gained a lot of wisdom, has a lot of knowledge, inherited a lot of knowledge, so that you can step into a leadership position and you can be somebody who has a really strong presence, a really steady, strong, earthly presence, somebody who's very grounded, who can give very clear insight and good direction, so you can be a strong leader. So like in ancient times, you would definitely be somebody who was supposed to be a leader, whether you were a spiritual leader or like the leader of the tribe in a more, day-to-day way. So in modern times, you guys are definitely destined to be teachers, scholars, professors at university, people who are just leaders at their job. So you could have any job in the world and you are really meant to be like a leader, a CEO. You are kind of embodying that Capricorn energy, like the energy of Capricorn, where you've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations in your life. You've had to solve a lot of problems, and now because of that, you have a lot of experience and you are really at the head of the table, so to speak. You are somebody who has that matriarchal energy, that patriarchal energy, like somebody who is like the leader of a clan, leader of the company, leader of the establishment in some way, leader of the family. So you could just be somebody who is, this could, be so many different examples here of how this will unfold for you. But you could just even be somebody who you are destined to just be somebody who has children, and you're the leader of the family, and your destiny is to raise a beautiful family, to watch that family grow up, and to be like the grandmother or the grandfather of that family, and to like be the leader of the family, like be the person that people are coming to for advice, people are coming to seek your counsel, to seek your knowledge, to seek your wisdom. You just have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share. Part of your destiny is around sharing knowledge and wisdom here, because we do have like all of these cards speaking about the element of air. We have, these 3 cards speaking about air, the the branches, they're going into the air. There's like something about like your mind, your intelligence, your intellect, and you're communicating that to other people. So like if you're the, you know, the manager of a company, the leader of a company, I feel like a lot of people like in your day-to-day life are coming to you. They're, you know, saying, okay, I have this problem, I have this problem with shipping. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? This is such a disaster. And they come to you and, you know, you're very calm, you're very steady, and you're like, oh, I've experienced this in the past. Like we do XYZ, problem solved. And like to this other person, you're perceived as being so wise and so knowledgeable, because you can just fix problems like that in an instant. You know exactly what to do. Like you're so calm, you're so steady, you have such a grounded earthly presence here. That's why you were really drawn to the red jasper and the Four of Earth. Both of those energies are deep, powerful, grounding, steady presence. The willow tree, you know, the willow is such a strong, calm tree. The red jasper has such a deep earthly energy, so calm, so nurturing, so present. So yeah, you guys are really meant to be nurturers. You're meant to share your intelligence, your intellect, and your insight, and you're meant to be like that strong, nurturing presence and foundation in whatever you choose to do. So this reading, nothing specific is coming up exactly, because everything you guys do is going to be so different. Like you are going to take this energy and do what you are led to do with it, but you are just destined to be this like elder, this person who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge, who you freely share your expertise with others. So yeah, you guys could be doing such a multitude of different things here, but you are meant to be that person who is in a leadership position, who has a strong ability of foresight and vision to see problems before they come, to anticipate things. I think that's why I was getting prophetic dreaming as well. You might see problems, you might see solutions to problems in your dreaming. You might be somebody who's very, you know, business oriented, and you have ideas for your business in your dreams, or you have ideas to solve problems in your dreams. You have dreams telling you of what dangers or what obstacles might be coming, so you can have time to prepare for them and really think things through. You guys are very clear-minded and clear thinkers as well. Let's get some more oracles for you guys. My pile 4. What is pile 4's soul's destiny? What did their soul intend for them to experience before they incarnated? And my pile 4. What is pile 4's destiny? Pile 4's their soul's destiny here. Ooh, shapeshifter perspective. Yes. Oh my goodness. And then we also have the stone people with knowing. Yeah. So fun. I'm laughing because the cards, they're just so clear, and these messages are just so concise. Again, we like these two cards are directly pointing to the red jasper and to the willow card again. So the stone people knowing, you are destined to be somebody who is like this wise elder. Like you have so much knowledge. You have the stones, they record information. They are record keepers. They are time keepers. They are, you know, keepers of knowledge throughout time and space. Like think about ancient ruins and ancient messages on stone. That's kind of like what you're destined to be here, is somebody who has this deep knowing across time and space, somebody who can see problems before they come up, somebody who is so grounded and wise and has so much knowledge to share. We have the shapeshifter here, and this is directly talking about what I was talking about, like with your connection to the dream world, your connection to like prophetic visioning as well. Like I'm just seeing like your third eye being really open, especially during dreams, especially when you're really relaxed and you you're getting a lot of insight, you're getting a shift and change in your perspective, and it's taking, it's giving you visions, and those visions are going to take you places. Just as the eagle or the raven is able to fly, you guys are able to get like downloads from spirit during dreams and, during meditations, and you're able to like see where to take that information, where to go with that information, where to fly with that information. You guys are just supposed to have this like rock solid earthly energy, nurturing energy. You're just supposed to be like somebody who guides the village, guides the people. I'm getting that energy of like the elephants as well. Like, elephants are a very matriarchal culture, and they follow the matriarch of their clan. They follow the person, the elephant who's like the oldest, wisest female in their line. So like that grandmother energy, that earth energy, they follow, because that person, that elephant, knows where to find water, because they remember everything from their life. They remember where they found water in specific areas when they were like 3, and like that's the energy that you have. Like, you remember, I feel like you remember so much from your life. Like, you remember how to figure out problems and obstacles. You might remember things from when you were really young and how you solved problems when you were really young. You might remember like all these little details that most people forget. You guys remember. I think you have a lot of knowledge like stored in you, and you might be even getting downloads from ancestors and things like that. You might be able to pick up on what the ancestors did to solve certain problems, or what your spirit guides are really telling you. You have this like ability to get information from the earth directly as well. Like, you guys work with like a really deep ancient way of communicating and way of understanding things. So yeah, I'm getting the energy that you are meant to be like an elder, of course, but you could even be destined to experience what it's like to be an elder at a younger age as well. You might be the person that your friends always go to for advice and information. You might be the person that even like older family members come to for advice. Like, you just have a very earthly energy, wise beyond your years, mature energy to you. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you have a lot of Capricorn or Saturn energy in your birth chart as well. So a lot of placements in Capricorn or Aquarius, or a lot of like aspects to Saturn and going on in your birth chart. Yeah, let's pull another oracle card or two here for you guys. Pile 4. Pile 4. What is pile 4 destined to experience here? What is pile 4's soul's, what is their soul's destiny? What did their soul want them to experience before they incarnated here? Pile 4. I'm getting the energy, like, this is really interesting. I'm getting an energy that you guys, you might be really connected to a past life from an ancient life. Like, you might have a deep connection to a past life that was very ancient. So like, for some reason, some of you might have memories of living a very ancient lifestyle. Some of you might have memories of, living in the ancient world, and because of that, you have like this wealth of knowledge coming through that like you're channeling during this life. I feel like that's for some of you guys, but yeah, that's like a very specific message coming through. Oh my goodness, we have the dolphin with Atlantis. Healing wisdom is surfacing. Stop and listen. I cannot believe this card just came out. And we have a snake, Kundalini rising. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation. Yeah, snake energy came out twice for you guys. Snake is a very deep earth energy as well. I feel like the snake is a little bit misunderstood in our time and space, but in the ancient times, snake was thought to be like very associated with the feminine, very associated with healing. Actually, if you look up the Greek, I think his name is like Asclepius. I'm totally probably saying that totally wrong, but if you're interested, look up the Greek god of healing. He is associated and depicted with the snake. So yeah, snake is a very ancient symbol as well. Really associated with ancient earth energy and ancient healing energy. So yeah, this is directly talking about what I was just kind of picking up and channeling. Atlantis, you guys might be channeling information from a past life in Atlantis. Some of you guys might be channeling past lives from even like Lemuria. Past life energy could be channeling from really anywhere in deep time and deep space. Like I'm getting like ancient China, I'm getting ancient Africa, ancient Peru. I think you're channeling energy from like a past life that was really connected to like high technology and like really deep earth wisdom. Some kind of power spot on the earth, some kind of place that had knowledge and was like connected to ancient sites. So like maybe ancient Egypt, places of power in ancient Peru where they have like the stone temples and stone ruins that, you know, modern day people can't even figure out how they were created. You guys are channeling from like a deep place of power, and I think a lot of you guys might remember a past life from one of these places. You might be really connected and just have like an affinity for a certain time, a certain culture, a certain place on the earth. If that's true, I'd really love to know about it in the comments section. That's like one of my like just huge like passions and interests is like past life stuff and like ancient cultures and ancient architecture and like the power spots that the ancients were drawing from. Like I feel like they understood the energies of the earth, they understood like the ley lines, they understood like the ancient kundalini of the earth and energy spots, and they would like build their temples there, and they would do sacred schools and rituals, and like the initiates would go there to learn like this deep ancient knowledge. So you guys are so powerful. You are connected to something really deep and earthly. You have a lot of ancient knowledge. Like you're some kind of record keeper. You're destined to be some kind of elder. You're destined to share your wisdom in some way. This is going to be so different for all of you guys, but I just hope, and I hope it resonated with you. And yeah, I would just love to hear what you have to say if you resonated with past lives or anything like that. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. I love reading the comments. I love doing these readings, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next readings.